Hi, Dr. Carr. It's me, Vanessa Bishop, and I've decided to do the video. I'm going to go outside of my normal range of experience and try to do a YouTube video because it's something I've never done. So I decided to take it on and to try to learn something new myself today. When I read the directions for the video, it said to be creative and try to find a way to explain that I understand what a good mentor would be or what a positive mentoring experience would be. And that I understand the readings as well as thinking deeper about the theory and the things that go along with that. So what I did is I created a simple circle chart. It helped me to organize my thoughts. It helped me to pick out key components to a good mentor, and it also helped me to move through the video with some confidence. So I'm going to start right here. What is a good mentor? A mentor is somebody who supports you in career development and psychosocial support. I read through Bozeman and Feeney, Toward a Useful Theory of Mentoring, a Conceptual Analysis and Critique. They referred to Dr. Cram's research in 1985, where she talked about how, basically, I'll give you a quote. She said, mentoring involves an intense relationship whereas the senior or more experienced person provides two functions for the junior person, the protege. One function being advice or modeling about career development and behaviors, and the second being personal support, especially psychosocial support. Page 722. So, from what I understand, the theory of mentoring is still an ongoing concept that is being researched. And she is one of the most referred to researchers in the area of mentoring. Cram is. So I really feel like that is a good way to start this conversation because obviously if you're going to mentor somebody within your field, you're going to work on career development. But I also like how it mentions social support because there is a lot of social issues in our world, and not all of that just is separated from your job. So it is very good to have somebody that's a mentor that can support you in social issues that are happening in the world that may affect your job or even your private life. Let's see. I want to talk about Robert Garvey. I've really enjoyed watching his video. I felt like he gets it. He gets the theory. He gets the concept, not the theory. He gets the concept that you're not just an advice giver. You're not just somebody who is going to tell me what to do if I'm your mentee. Basically, he talked a lot about how you need to get to know the person, and you need to kind of, he called it a chemistry meeting, kind of get to know them, their background, what their goals are, their aspirations. And from there, he said, you need to be a leader. You need to set some ground rules. You need to maybe see what the other person's expecting from you and what you're expecting from them. He also mentioned that both parties must give and receive feedback, and I mentioned that up as well. And not just receive the feedback, but you need to analyze the feedback that you're getting from your mentor. Also, as a mentor, the feedback you're getting from your mentee, you need to stop, think about it, and analyze what that person is going through and what they need, and it'll help you support them in the long run. He mentioned that if you're a great listener, you're probably going to be a great mentor because the process of mentoring is not just, I'm going to come in here and tell you what to do. That's a trainer. That's somebody who's your boss, basically. But a mentor listens, and I also mentioned up here that you ask open questions because when you do that, you're giving them the ability to think of things themselves. You're not basically just putting your advice into their head and just telling them what to do. So it's a back and forth conversation between the two people, and listening is extremely important. He talks about, ask questions, but make them open-ended questions so that it's not just yes, no, yes, I like that, no, I didn't like that. It's more of a conversation. And how do you think it went today? Would be a good open-ended question. How did you feel when you were in that meeting and that parent was upset with you? How do you think we could work through that? Open up the questions, not, what are, given some examples of what you've been through, he said, is great, but don't give advice. I like how he said that. He also basically said, offer, I've had some experiences that might reflect this, if you'd be interested in hearing about them. But I liked how he said that, like, you're not pushing it on them. And I think that's really great. Also, in the video, he explained that, you need to explore various topics, and you need to kind of come up with an action plan so that, y'all know where you are in your relationship. It can be somewhat formal. It can be somewhat relaxed, casual. There are no rules to how the relationship developed. But I liked how he said that it doesn't just become a relationship. You have to work towards it, just like any relationship that you're going to have in your lifetime. Let's see. He also said that a crucial skill in the realm of communication is, I talked about the listening. Also, to be aware that the communication goes both ways. Okay. Next, I wanted to talk about some of the key mentoring things that we've talked about in the discussion board, and I wanted to mention one of my classmates, Adam Hall, and I don't know if you can see, but I did do all my references here. But Adam Hall is a student in our class, and I like how he said that he thinks a mentor should advise on ideas rather than giving their own thoughts to their mentee. And to me, that it really makes a lot of sense. It creates an empathetic and patient person, a mentor that is empathetic and patient. When you listen to somebody's thoughts, their ideas, it gives you some more information to reflect upon. You need to be able to support problem solving when you're working with your mentee, but you don't want to tell them what to do. I believe it was Garvey that referred to that, and he said, he said, do you expect them to stand on their own 2 feet, make their own decisions? Because core mentoring is enabling somebody to stand on their own, make their own decisions, and then be able to move forward from those decisions. I liked how he did that. Also, when you reflect on the conversations you have with your mentee, it makes you aware of your own learning. I believe Garvey in his video referred to that as well. And basically, somebody who's aware of their own learning they might make a good mentor, because you're paying attention to them when you're listening, is basically what it is. And a lot of people just need that support. And it may go deeper than that. You may have to help them learn to advocate for themselves, or you may need to teach them how to deal with things in an uncomfortable situation. These are things that do not come naturally to people when they come out of college and get a job. I'll refer to teaching. When I came out of college, I was so nervous just to run a meeting. And as a teacher, who taught special education, I led a whole lot of meetings in my career. So I did have a mentor that she helped me because she'd been there and she was able to sit beside me during that first meeting. And with her support, I was able to become who I am now. And, I think about those times still a lot. I have a problem when mentors are assigned to mentees. And in the school system I worked in, yes, that happened. And it was not a successful program in any way, shape, or form. The side that I saw it from, I had a friend who was a friend now, but at the time she was a first year teacher. She was assigned a mentor that the school system hired, like 6 mentors that's all they did. They didn't do any teaching or anything like that. They just were mentors. And so they just assigned them without thinking about what area of education they were in. And so I walked into this teacher's classroom one day and she's crying because she's so frustrated because the mentor had no idea what she was going through. The mentor had been a science teacher in high school, and here is a first-year teacher who has children with moderate to severe disabilities. Life skills training is involved, as well as significant behavior modifications and interventions. And there's a lot of legal ramifications within the area of special education. So I felt horrible for that new teacher. And so I offered to support her in whichever ways I could. And I guess I unofficially became her mentor. But it's just very almost unbelievable to me that situation happened in such a successful school system. So, again, you have to have, the mentor has to be an expert in the field that the mentee is in. That way you can give the quality feedback. You can understand what they're going through emotionally as well as professionally. And last, I feel like when you're an expert in that area and you're helping somebody that's new, you can put yourself in their place because you've already been through it. And there's different problems that people are going to have, and it's very good to have an expert. We talked a lot about it doesn't really have to do with age. It doesn't really have to do with being more experienced, but it's more knowing the concepts of what that mentee is going through at the time. Okay. I think I covered all of my circle graph, and I just wanted to close by saying that a successful mentor must be able to lead, and they must be able to be patient and empathetic. They need to be able to listen and relate to that person. They need to be an expert in the area that the mentee is in. Some people struggle with being friends with the team being friends. I've never had a problem with that. I've actually created a lot of friendships with people that I have mentored, and it's great to see them gain in their professional lives. And I always feel good that as a mentor, I was able to lead the team, but I was I could give a sympathetic ear and listen to what they had to say. I probably gave more advice than I should have. Taking this class has taught me, that maybe I should have listened more than just answering the questions and saying, this is what I would do, this is the answer. And if I'm ever in that situation again, I think I would use more open-ended questions and, try to make it more of a reflective process than me just giving the answers. So, Dr. Carr, I hope that you enjoyed my video, and I can't wait to hear your response. Thank you.